Well, let's be upfront and say that we're recording for Tuesday on this public holiday Monday. So wherever you are, hopefully the weekend, by the time this plays out, has gone well for you. We are back in the Western Cape. It is a Hollywood Bets Kenilworth, our centre, and we're on the winter course for another tricky card. It's become the norm these days for big fields midweek. 9 races normally, and this Tuesday is no exception. We start off with that bipod in race 2, and that is at 10 to 1. And then the PA is where we're going to be starting race 3, and that is off at 25 past 1. Well, as was the case with the Scottsville preview, we are happy to have Darren Burrows back, and he's going to be helping us along in what should be a very tricky card. And he said to me off air, and if he says it with his bullishness, it is a tricky card, then we have to take that on board. Darren, welcome back. And it is, as you say, a tricky card, even by your standards, by your confidence. I think we'll do well to survive and do well to come away with some sort of a profit.
Good morning, Cecil. Yes, a very tricky card. If you can catch a percentage of this pick six, because I've tipped a big perm of 5,760 Rand, where you can take 1% for 58 Rand and you could make a big profit. But I'm going to start off in race 3 and have a strike on Pentalina. Now, this is the Marshall and Foree combination. This horse was actually beaten by number 4 Coral Blaze last time out, as well as number 6 Greenlight Sky. But she was slow away, losing 2 lengths, and she just had too much ground to make up. If Richard can bounce her out from a good draw and hold her position, I think she'll reverse that form. And let's make money for the pick six. So straight bet on Pentalina.
Right now, as we speak, it is 12 to 10, and it must be said, people thought Richard would take the foot off the accelerator. Certainly not what we saw yesterday, especially with that last ride on Raise the Hallelujah. That is last Sunday at 17. Race 3, first leg of the PA, 13:25 is the off time. Pentalina is set o'clock number 3. Don't forget, you can get in touch via our X handle, or you can use the WhatsApp number to tell us exactly what you have on your mind, what you're doing. Are you going to be at the July, come the beginning of July, or you're going to race in Joburg? There is that feature at Turventine July in Josie. And of course, there are reasons why you can't make it down to the KZN region. And certainly the second best is to be at Turventine Racecourse, where they'll also feature soccer, etc. That is currently on. That's the Euros. Let's go to race 4. This is the first leg of the pick six. You heard Darren talk about tipping a large perm, and the favorite here is number 6, A Song to the Moon. That is in the red at 17 to 20. Justin Snaith and Richard Foree team up. Number 5, Give Me the Limelight, is at 11 to 2. 6 to 1, the 13, Look Forward. 4, Future Star, 9 to 1. It is 14s and better bar those. Again, what has become a staple in the Western Cape is these maiden handicaps, and it's over the 1400 meters. You obviously are not confident, or this is maybe your only bank on the afternoon. Richard Foree and Justin Snaith.
This has got to be the only banker of the afternoon, Cecil. I thought Richard would win race 3 on Pentalina. Let's hope that's happened. And Song to the Moon. Now, this was another stride. He would have been out of the maidens, because he was absolutely flying at Noonday Gun, and it was heads up, heads down. He just couldn't get up. Another stride, he would have got up. So you got to go with Song of the Moon. Overdue, even though 61 kilos just looks superior to this field.
Thank you so much. Your perm is on screen right now, and it is that bank at the 6, and the only other lightish leg will be race number 6, which is the leg number 3, 5, 6, and 9. We'll get to that in a moment. Right now, that is your perm at 5,760 Rand, as Darren suggests. Maybe a 1%, 57.60, or that 5% at 288 Rand, which should suffice 5%. Well, here we are, looking ahead to the start of the first jackpot, and it's another open maiden. This time the distance is 19.50. The betting tells the story of exactly what Darren has been preaching. It is going to be a very competitive afternoon. 9 to 2 the field, numbers 4, Quite a King. This time it is J.P. van der Merwe for the Justin Snaith stable, and the 8, Jack in the Green. That is Richard Foree for Justin Snaith, also 9 to 2, eased out from 4 to 1. 6 to 1 the 2, French Trip, Eric Sands, Craig Zaki, and there are after 7-1 about the 13 midway. 8-1, the three state capital, and then it's double figures about the rest. So 9-2 the field, Mr. Burrows. That tells the story of exactly what you've been saying. How do we even consider negotiating our way out?
Well, you got to play wide here. There's no outright first choice for me. Now, you're touching on the two favorites. Quite a king. He's had 8 starts in the maiden. He's a he's a place getter, but he's going to break his maiden one of these days. But you can't tell if it's going to be today or not. You've got this horse Jack in the Green that ran second to Aladdin's Lamp, beating a couple of runners in this race, including French Trip. But now being in handicap, he's carrying 60.5 kilos, which isn't going to make it that easy. You've got a Mancia. He's a Savannah out of a Tiger Ridge mare. The 1950 should suit, and he's on the up. Others to consider: French Trip's not out of it. Etoile Falante, Pont Dexter, and Midway. I see William Courtois has opted for Midway, and he's got a chance too. But it is a very tricky race. We should get through the exotics with the 8 runners in the jackpot.
All right, so that is leg one of Jackpot 1. Off time, 14:35 to race 5. We move on to the second and final jackpot commencement, and that is race 6, a perfectly placed class of 4 fillies and mares over the 1800 meters, and a renewal of rivalries of sort as far as the top ones are concerned. The 9 Plum Pudding hoping to get back to winning ways after being touched off last time out is at 33-10. 6 Basic Maneuvers, that is at 9-2, 5-1 the 4 Among the Clouds, and then the 5 Could It Be is at 11-2. But what I did notice in the perms so far from Mr. Burrows, the 4 Among the Clouds, he has not included. That is Justin Snaith and Richard Ferree. Instead, he's gone a 5, 6, and 9. Could It Be? 6 Basic Maneuvers and the 9 Plum Pudding. 2 kgs better off Plum Pudding for that 1 1/4 length beating. Could that be enough to turn it back around again, Mr. Burrows?
I believe so. I think she's the horse to beat. I thought her last run was a very good effort after winning 2 on the trot. Her rating went up. She didn't get a penalty for that good second last time out. And I think, this is a difficult card. I've tipped 2 winners in race 3 and 4, or should I say fancies, but this could be the next one. I think she'll take a bit of beating, and the 1800-meter trip's right up her alley. You've got Basic Maneuvers, who ran behind Could It Be and Plum Pudding last time out. And then Could It Be was an impressive winner last time out over the 1800, but has a bit more to do to beat Plum Pudding this time around.
Yeah, see, Jared Solomon's rather, is retained on the 5. Could It Be by the Candace Bass Robinson stable, and a corner offer. He's riding at the crest of a wave, another placing for their charge, Sarki, in the Oaks just a few days ago at Hollywood Betscravel. So that is your jackpot perm. 720 Rand is the outlay, and that is race 6 off at 3:10. Right, still a chance to get involved in a pick 3, and that is the last chance with race 7 off at 15:45, a class 5. And just having a look at the betting, we've got the 5 Spirits Unite at 5-2. That is your favorite. Pitstain and Elder May at the 3. Hang Out the Stars is at 5-1. 11-2 is the 6 Gold Index. And then you've got the 12 Like the Clappers, who's at 6-1. And Nibble at the 10 Fly to Rio 8-1. Now bracketed with the 13 Bank Street at 8-1. It's 14s and better bar those. Take the Reins, class 5 over the 1400 meters. Seems to be a favorite distance this afternoon. This is a very, very trappy looking, Mr. Burrows.
And this is very, very difficult. Let me start with Spirits Unite. He got beat by Culp Forest on the 21st of May. Culp Forest has come out to win again. Steadfast, good run. Alden Mayer takes a ride from a good draw. I think he'll be competitive. You've got Augusta Blue from my stable, Adam Marcus stable. He's had a rating drop of 7 points in his last 3 starts. He drops in trip, that's ideal, and he could get involved. Then the 2-year-old Bank Street. He was an impressive winner last time out. I know he won by a short head, but the horse that he beat, Sail the Seas, looks well above average, and I think he's going places. So if he can overcome the draw, he'll be right there. You obviously have to include like the Clappers. He's always in the money. Hang out the stars with Richard Foree got a chance. The improvers could be just VAR after that good run behind Kariako, and his rating has tumbled. And then Heart Stealer, I think he's 40-1. The blinkers go on, rating drop big time, and he could also get involved. Gold Index, another one.
Yeah, you've told half the story there. That's 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, and 13. That's just the opening leg. And that pick 3, the last one, 15:45 is your time. All right, so it is, if you still are going, race 8 at the penultimate event, one of the smaller fields, and 9 runners are carded. And of course, what the cover girl, so to speak, at Kawekazi is the feature in this race. They reckon that's dropped to 14 from the 16. It could be ideal. 2 runs over 1600 have not worked out well. Case in point, the last run. But the favorite in race 8 is a 4, Go Like Flow at 7-2. The 1. 5-2 rather, the 1 and the 8, that is Glee Club and Kawakazi, are both at 33-10. Number 6, Miss Harper, is at 5-1. It's 10-1, and better bar those. Well, bare form does suggest that the 1600 is not really an ideal trip for Kawakazi, or is it just 2 runs that caught that Kawakazi on a bad day?
Yeah, I don't think she stayed the 16 last time out, and I think the 14 will suit. So she's got to go into your play. She beat Glee Club narrowly going away. That was 1.5 kilos, now 2.5 kilos. So she's 1 kilo worse off with Glee Club. They'll both be competitive. The horse to beat has to be Go Like Flow. A reason why I say that is because she's a strong front runner, and they've now changed to the winter course with a short straight. So she could try and get away top of the straight and catch me if you can tactics, and she could hold them off. And then Mia's Harper, she always runs like she's looking for 1400 meters, but then fails to fire, so she's difficult to assess. And then Little Miss Pink was an impressive winner last time out against weaker. So I'm going 4 to beat 1, 6, 8, and 9.
That's the suggested quartet box from Mr. Burrows. You could, if budget allows, even take a little nibble at a boxed exacta. And if Little Miss Pink should feature in that first 2, then you're looking at a very good payout indeed. Second favorite ahead the favorite. Again, that's already a decent payout. That is the last suggestion for the afternoon quartet box to race number 8 at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth.